Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm King Posh and today we're looking at this 2021 Toyota GR Yaris. This is my KP Extreme Drift Tune. Here is my share code. Got it? Great. It's going to be easy to find regardless. I don't know if you're going to need the share code because honestly all you do is put in A, Drift, Any, and then press search and I'll be the first one that pops up. So there's that. In second place is my all-wheel drive drift tune with 700 horsepower. And we'll get over that in another video. But for right now, I'm going to show you guys my rear-wheel drive drift tune and build for this car. Car mastery for this thing. It's funny, I thought they would have some stuff in here for drifting, but they don't. It is what it is. But let's get into everything and show you guys everything I've done to this car. So we've got the Racing 3.0 liter. Inline 6T for turbo. Alright, we swapped it from being all-wheel drive right to rear-wheel drive. And we do have the Rocket Bunny body kit. It is the widest one I could find versus what these other ones are. So I went with this one. It looks the best. Alright, here I did improve and put the adjustable Rocket Bunny spoiler in the back of there, and it looks great on there. You know, you also have this option as well. And then the ugly wing or nothing really at all. Alright. And then I did put the, the nice hood up there in the front. You know, you have these ones right here, but they're like, and that one looks pretty sweet. So I went with that one. It looks really well on this car. Alright, we are running a stock tire compound. Alright, to make it really extreme on there. I did upgrade the tire width in the front just by one, so 245s in the front there, and also I did to the rear as well, 245s in the rear, so they are matching. Rims, I don't even know what rims I even put on here. Here we go. We got the work Emotions. They looked really good on there, and I thought, you know what, why not? Every tune I have for this car, either it's the A800, this one, the all-wheel drive, or the S1 900, they all have different rims on them. Just to let you guys know. Okay, just to set them apart. Either way, we got 18-inch rims in the front and 18-inch rims in the back. I did look at the option of putting 19s on there, but I decided I could go back down to 18s on this vehicle. Alright, we got a 10-speed transmission to handle all that extra power. And when you see the gearing, you'll know why. Alright. It's got a race driveline and a drift differential. When you see the actual gearing of this car, I mean, I think you only see 3 of the gears because all the other gears are off the chart. I'll show you guys all that stuff when we get to the tune. Alright. Here we got race brakes, drift springs and dampeners, anti-roll bars for the front and the rear, all race. Got a full-on roll cage on there. All right, that was just to bring up the A-Class up to A800. I know how a lot of you guys, and especially me, want an exact A800 for them. You don't want, these odd numbers, and we try not to. Sometimes we can't do it. We can't help it, but when we can, let's get it on. All right, and it is as light as possible. We're saving 407 pounds somewhere on this tiny car. And of course, as you know, everything here is going to be race all the way through to give you all that max power. And it does have the anti-lag on there. Let's see if there's any flames this time. Oh, there is. Good. It's a hit and miss sometimes when I make these videos. So, yeah, it looks really good. So that was the build, the car mastery. Let's go into the tune. Before we do, I just want to show you guys. See, these are my other tunes I do have up there. So I'm showing you guys the KP Extreme Drift. You can see all the stats there. All right. Then I have the Legend All-Wheel Drive, of course, there. All right. And then I have the Master All-Wheel Drive Drift, which is also 1270 horsepower, same torque, whatever. Just a little bit heavier. And other than that, don't pay attention like these top speeds either. Top speed 8.5. And 10.3, game's broken. Alright, it is what it is. Let's get to the tune and show you guys what I did to this. This thing does have a 0 to 60 in 8.9. 0 to 115.6, but that all doesn't matter because you're spinning tires for days. Either way, has a top speed of 190. We got 55 and 55 to maximize that slide. I mean, hey, it wouldn't be extreme drift if it was down being flat. All right, this thing slides. All right, and like I said, look at the gearing. You can only see 3 of the gears. Just tidbit of the 4th gear. Let me show you guys how close these things are. Let me just bring it all out there. You see that? They're all relatively close to each other. All right, so there's that. So at least you guys get to see it's not like, you know, how it is. Either way, moving on. Here is the alignment. This alignment has been working for many years, centuries, as I think it is. Feels like centuries. I've been tuning for a long time. Regardless, moving on. Alright, anti-roll bars, I decided to just throw in a number. I just did 30 and 30 and I called it good. It could be any number. It could be 1 and 1. It could be 65 and 65. I just decided to say, you know what, I'm just going to put 30 and 30 right there. I just hit the button. 30 and 30 and called it good. Alright, springs, this thing is basically a go-kart, and I wanted to handle like a go-kart, so I took the springs and said, you know what, I'm just going to max them out as stiff as possible. I did bring up the ride height, though, to match the rear, so I did do that. Alright, sorry, there is people popping up online. They don't even know I'm online because I'm offline. Either way, dampening is 20, 20, 1 and 1. Alright, got that? Great, moving on. There is downforce on this car. So I just took both of these dots and put them all the way down to speed. And then I moved on. Alright, braking is just 50 and 100. And then differential is 21% and 100% deceleration. Now it doesn't matter if you're on track or on sport. This car acts the same. But I think sport runs better. So I run sport. Now I just got done taking the picture of this car. I think it was on track. When I did it, it was on track. So we'll have to just change. Yeah, see, it's on track, but I mean, we can run it on either one. It's not going to hurt anything. But I like it on sport for some reason. You got plenty of gears to play with. It really smooths out the higher gears you go, like 8th gear. Is really just like, you know, calms itself down, but it's not too bad. At least you guys can do any track you really want to with this car. You'll be fine. Long tracks, short tracks. That's what I made it for. You know, I wanted a great all-around car, and I absolutely love this car. I love the Yaris. It is absolutely my favorite car in this game as of right now. It is absolutely beautiful. But as you can tell, that was track mode right there. Here, let me just put it over to sport mode. There really is no difference to this thing. It really isn't. I thought, because when I first took it out, I was like, oh man, I hope this thing doesn't go to front wheel drive or something like that. It doesn't. When it was in the all wheel drive side of it, I was like, oh gosh, you know. But yeah, there's no difference to me in track or sport. I don't see a difference in the actual changing of modes. No. You gotta be twitchy with this thing to keep it going. You know, it does have that lag from the turbos. It is what it is. You know, once you get it kicking sideways, you're good. You know. But I mean, when you're drifting online, you're not really slowing down and stopping. You're sliding as much as possible and as fast as possible. But for some reason, I just like sport. I know there's no difference. I don't think there's a difference, but my mind thinks there's a difference. I'm not sure. There's 8th gear right there. And as you know from the graph, it's out there. But it's great. It's very smooth. I really do love this car. I love it both in the rear-wheel drive and in the all-wheel drive. Alright? I'm the most powerful A800 for all-wheel drive with the 700 horsepower. Nobody else comes close to it. So that's pretty cool. But once I found out that you could put 1270 horsepower into this thing, keep it rear-wheel drive, keep it A800, And the nice thing is, I mean, there's probably room for improvement onto this car itself. Like I showed you, it has a roll cage in there. You know, you could probably fit some other tires in here other than stock, you know, and still be able to keep it in the A range. So there's that. Now, of course, there's going to be lag there because I can stop and just go. You know, that's not a big deal. You know, just when you're going in this car for some reason, it's just odd. But yeah, I love this thing. It really is easy to drift. All right. I mean, look, I turn my wheel and I'm okay. You know, turn the wheel and you're okay. See that? Didn't spin out. It was close, but it didn't spin out. And that's why I like my alignment. It works so well. Now here, it might die a little bit here. Let's look at the power. Here we're about 100. Yeah, you gotta wait for that boost to catch up. You know, it is what it is. That is the downside of using turbos in a rear-wheel drive car. But once you get up and going, it's not too bad. I absolutely love the rear-wheel drive version of this car. I really do. I kind of actually enjoy it more than I do with the all-wheel drive, to be honest with you. It is more fun. It is more exciting. It is more challenging. It's a whole bunch of fun in such a small package. I love it. And I hope you guys love it too as much as I do. Well, anyways, guys, I'd love to keep making this video longer and longer, but I want to go back out there and go sideways with this thing again. So I'll catch you guys later. Take care and stay sideways, my friends.